since I remember, I always was very anguished. I always had anxiety and something that is called by psychiatrists comorbidity, that is existential anxiety, anguish, and depression. When I used to go to primary school, I was scared of everything. I was even afraid of getting out of my bed and going to school or going to work after. Several years ago, my mother died, and then my wife's father. So I entered into an even greater depression. I even had to go with a psychiatrist, and he gave me some tranquilizers and benzodiazepines, which produced some very bad side effects. During that time of anguish, a priest of a church I used to go asked me to be a minister, extraordinary minister of the Holy Communion. So whenever I went to take the Holy Form, the Blessed Sacrament, and put it in my little box to take it to the old and ill people, that's the only thing I wanted, to have Jesus very close to my heart. So I went with these people that were also very sad, and I was able to understand what they felt for what I was feeling inside me. And I spoke with them, and I gave them some words of hope so they could overcome their sadness of being there. And I told them that their prayers with that great sorrow and pain would be like if they were in a monastery, like monks or nuns that are always praying in front of the Holy Sacrament in Eucharistic adoration. One time, I asked God and Jesus Christ to give me more faith that He was in the Holy Sacrament. So I went to a church, and after the priest had the custody with the Holy Sacrament exposed around the church, somebody took a picture and they told me, look at this small picture, and there was in the center a small red heart. That was precisely a Thursday that I had asked more faith that He was in the Holy Sacrament. After that, some years ago, I started to have some small sores in my chest. So I went with a dermatologist, and after having a biopsy made, he told me that I had a very strange illness called pemphigo vulgaris. This illness is very rare. It's only one person in every 160,000 people. So this is the most common type of this immune illness, but it's the most aggressive. after some time, I started to get more sores. I had sores in my chest, my axials, in my lung, in my lower parts, my inner parts, in the plant of my feet, in the palm of my hand, in my face, in my scalp, inside my mouth, in my throat. That was the most painful one, in my throat, because even drinking water was a great pain. So every time I had to eat, they had to give me some analgesics, and they started in my face to go inside my eyes, so I could become blind. And the doctor I called by phone, because I couldn't leave my home, he told me that he couldn't do anything because it was coming from the inside out. When I got very desperate, I started to pray all day long. I offered my sufferings. And I can tell you that whenever you feel sad or whenever you are in great pain, if you offer your pain and your sorrow to Jesus and Mary, this is like very strong prayer. It's when nuns and monks are in their monasteries praying. You can do that at home. That was what I was doing. I couldn't leave my room. I couldn't wear any clothes for about 4 months. And whenever I had to go to sleep, my wife and my sons bought me a special air mattress, and they put adult diapers with powder. And so my 2 sons, they lay me down, and when they took me up in the morning, they saw pieces of flesh and blood in the diapers. And at night, I couldn't move at all. I had to drink water every hour, half a liter of water, because my mouth became so dry that it was like a rock. I could barely talk or barely breathe. So my wife had to put some drops of water in my lips and gave me this water. When I had to take a bath, because I had to bath every day, they had to give me analgesics for pain. So my wife would bath me with a little, almost in a small glass of water, because I couldn't use the shower. And I would scream and she would cry, even though I had analgesics. The beautiful part of this is that every day an extraordinary minister of the Holy Communion came to my home, and he bring me the blessed sacrament, the communion, and in his little box, one of my sons or daughters would take it to my room, so I would take it, and I had a special permission from the priest, so I could do 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, or even 2 hours of Eucharistic adoration. So I did this adoration, and I prayed a small prayer that a priest taught us some time ago, where you thank God for everything, then ask for forgiveness for whatever you have not loved, and then ask Him to do His will on your life, and especially on that day. And then I ask Him to tell me things that He wanted from me. This time, when I was doing this Eucharistic adoration, I felt the presence of Jesus and Mary, who were somehow inspiring me, that they were with me. They were accompanying me in my pain. They were doing company in my loneliness, in my sorrow. I felt so much love and so much tenderness during this time as I had never felt in my life. this was the beautiful part. And somehow, after this illness was over, it's not finished because it will always be with me. It's only controlled. I had to take large doses of cortisone. And so this illness started to somehow slow down until my present day, in which I have not even scars. I am very clean. And the beautiful part is that this miracle is not only on the surface of me, it's also on my inside, in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit, because this terrible anguishness, this terrible anxiety and depression that I always had and I never thought was going to disappear in my life, everything disappeared. God, Jesus, Mary, they were all acting inside me. I say that this is a living miracle, and people tell me I am a living miracle, because when I was very ill, in 3 churches, in all the masses, they were always praying for me and offering the mass for me. People came to my home to pray, groups of prayer. My 2 daughters that were in a monastery in Italy with their companions, the other nuns, they were always praying for me. And then a man came into my home sometime after, and he said, my wife met you when you were very ill, and she saw all your body and all your sores. And I wanted to meet you because I couldn't believe it. And I want to tell you something. 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ did miracles. He cured people with lepra, but you are a living miracle of this time. I would just like to know, how is your faith? And I told him that faith is not something that you gain because you want to get more faith or you make big or great efforts to have more faith, but it's something that you ask even without faith. When you feel terrible, lonely, and you ask God for more faith, He knows that you are making a great effort. So He gives a great value to this effort that you are doing, and He will give you the faith. Every day in the morning when I woke up, I did this prayer, this 4-step prayer that I told you, giving thanks, asking for forgiveness, asking for God to do His will in your life, and hearing Him. And I would ask only for 2 things. I would ask for strength and faith. I was a person that got scared for almost everything. And during my illness, I never complained. I asked my wife, did I complain? She said, you never complained. And I know now that I never complained because I asked for strength. And He was the one who gave me this strength. So I want to encourage you that whenever you feel lonely, whenever you feel sad, when you are ill, pray and try to receive the Holy Communion. Try to stay in state of grace. That means you go to confess, and God will always be with you. Whenever someone is in great suffer, Jesus and Mary are with that person. The person is never alone. It's something that we sometimes do not want to believe, to understand, but that's the truth. one time, I asked for more faith that he was in the Holy Communion, and he gave me the proof. I should have never asked for a proof, but he was so kind, God was so kind that he gave me the proof that he is in the Holy Communion. So be close to the Holy Communion, be close to God, always offer him your suffering. And I want to thank all of you for listening to me with so much patience, so much love, and God bless you all.